I've been to a number of sporting events in my 38 years of covering our local high schools. The sportsmanship students display on the fields and courts is often better than the adults in the stands. And one of the best examples of sportsmanship in the 102-year rivalry of Attleboro and North Attleboro, the adults leading the school's two Gridiron groups demonstrated what it means to be role models as part of Skyrock Brewery's Ultimate Rival Pack competition. The beer Go Blue defeated Big Red in an online contest leading up to this year's Thanksgiving Day game. As the winners, the Attleboro Gridiron Club received a portion of the proceeds raised from this year's sales, approximately $1,500. The North Attleboro Monday Night Gridiron Club was scheduled to receive a $500 donation from Harbor One Bank. Skyrock's Nate Sinelli was surprised when setting up a date to present the two clubs with their checks. Attleboro and North Attleboro were splitting all of the money.
So we contacted the Gridiron Club for Attleboro and the representative, Jimmy Desper, and the president, and we told them that Skyrock would like to give them their winnings from the rivalry four-pack sales, and we were going to cut them a check for $1,500. And out of the spirit of giving, Jim turned around without hesitation and said we would like to give some of that back over to the North Attleboro team so that we both end up with an even split coming out of this holiday season.
Second year of the Ultimate Rival Pack. How did it go?
Fantastic. Sales were booming. The product was well received. Again, the community support was unbelievable. The local stores that carried it was great. It got a little bit more excitement, and I think people see the trend that we're going in.
Do you already have ideas for next year's can?
Oh, we're always steaming up ideas. I'll share them with you soon.
So this is something that you see going on for a number of years?
Yes, there's no reason to stop it. It's a great rivalry. It's a great cause. It gets the community involved, and it's something that we just love doing. We have a lot of fun doing it.
Jim, Nate told us about the decision to split the revenue this year. How did that happen?
Honestly, it was an easy decision for us. We knew about the competition, and obviously we're excited to be a part of it. Very thankful to Nate and Tracy for picking our club to be a part of this whole thing. And I met Kevin at Thanksgiving. Kevin, the president of North Attleboro Gridiron, and we were talking about the challenges of raising funds and everything that comes with that. And we started talking about the Skyrock competition and how great it was that we were selected to be a part of this. And it kind of hit me there. I just said, you know what, if this thing, no matter which way it goes, we'll think about splitting it with you. I mean, we definitely want to win. I mean, there's no doubt about that. We wanted to win. But we definitely consider splitting it with you. And that was an easy decision for us. We know how hard it is to make money.
How important is it raising money, and how difficult is it? These are tough times for a lot of people. How important is this money?
Well, it's important for the kids, right? Football, it's a sport where you have a lot of equipment needs. There's a lot to it, and it's not easy getting that equipment. And when you talk about some of the shortages, I don't know if you're familiar with the helmet shortage that's taken place over the last 2 years, but the prices have skyrocketed. So when kids need helmets or other uniform needs, it's not easy to get. So raising as much money as possible is vital to make sure that we can equip every kid out there.
So this is not as simple as the school department just asking for more money out of the city budget. Funds need to be raised.
Of course. I mean, you have players all sizes, and sometimes we're not equipped with all that equipment right just at Attleboro High, right? So we have to go through other avenues to get what we need to get for these kids.
So North Attleboro won the game. Attleboro won the contest, but the revenue will be split. That's cool.
Oh, it's great. I was up in the press box before the game, and I first met Jim Desper, and we were talking about fundraising and how difficult it is and how much work it takes. But you do it because you believe in the program, you believe in the coaches, you believe in the schools, and you want to give the players the best equipment they can have and just the best experience for their football career, so to say. And when we were talking about the Skyrock promotion and how Attleboro had won the year before, and I was hoping, maybe North could win this year, and he's like, I really think what Jim told me, I think we should split it. And I just put it in my head. I'm like, well, that's really a nice thought that he had. I mean, and here we are, and he's following through on what his thought was, and I just thought it was great.
So Hilda, 6 months in Attleboro, 6 months in North Attleboro. Is that the way that works?
I think there could be the separation between the game and Skyrock, but I think what Mr. Sinelli's doing here in the second year is great. And what Jim is doing is, I've been on the Gridiron for 12 years now. I originally lived in Attleboro when I first moved to the area, and I knew Dennis Walsh very well. And what Jim's doing is kind of following the footsteps of a person like Dennis Walsh. And what I do, I follow in John Holden and Ray Lang and the people that run the Gridiron and run the volunteers and fundraise the money. It's about doing the right thing for the community. And what Jim's doing is following the footsteps of a lot of guys, and I'm doing too. And I think, you talk about what Skyrock's doing, it benefits North Attleboro entire community, and I think it's great.
Jim discussed the financial needs of the football program, helmets, etc. I know shirts were an issue this year in North Attleboro. How important is the money raised by the Monday Night Gridiron Club?
It's very important. We spend a lot of money. This year was especially challenging because we did the whole new weight room. Mm-hmm. So then you're kind of going to the well a few times. So you feel, like you just don't want to pressure people too much. But it's extremely important. We pay for so many things. Yeah, equipment, uniforms. We got a new jugs machine this year. This year, I think we raised close to $50,000 to support the program. So,
and some of the extras that are needed but aren't necessarily part of the athletic budget.
Right. Well, I think what the intent of what Skyrock's doing and what the bank Harbor One is doing is to add the additional funding for maybe kids that can't afford new cleats. Afford the right equipment, and I think that's the right place where this needs to go, in my mind.
Mike, year one of Harbor One's involvement in the Ultimate Rival Pack promotion, how did it go?
It went great. We're thrilled to be able to partner and be able to give some much needed funds to the local Gridiron clubs.
What was your reaction when you heard that? Hey, Attleboro and North Attleboro, hey, let's split the money. That's unbelievable.
I think it was just amazing sportsmanship, generosity, and camaraderie. Even though they might be rivals, they put that aside to make sure the kids from each towns both have what they need.
And I have to ask you this question. Is this something you can see Harbor One being a part of next year and beyond?
I do. I think from our standpoint, it's for the community, it's for a great business like Skyrock, so I think for us, it makes sense.
From our family to yours, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Gentlemen,
cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
An event left over from Thanksgiving Day demonstrating the true Christmas spirit.